Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is something that's relatively new to Goodreads, and it is just a fantastic way to advertise to lots of people very inexpensively. So I'm talking about Goodreads advertising. And the first thing you'd want to do to get started is you'd go to goodreads.com/advertisers and basically just go through and add your information. So your name, your info, all that good stuff. And then you'd get sent to a page that looks like this. So here you can see there's a button that says create new ad. So I'm going to walk you through how to do that and how to optimize your Goodreads ads as much as possible. Remember, this account that I'm showing you my books from is not my normal account, so you don't see a ton on the advertising yet. But whenever you create an ad, it has to be a book that is a physical book or it has an ISBN number because, well, it doesn't have to be, but it's smarter for you, and I'll explain why in a second. But you can go through, you can say start a new campaign, say I'm going to do meditation number 2, and meditation, I have a book on meditation, and these are only visible to you, so it doesn't matter what you name it. Now, to do a book ad, which is cheaper, and it's more, because basically you can do a book ad or you can click other. And when you click other, you can have traffic that goes off of Goodreads. But the thing is, because people are seeing your ads on Goodreads, it's going to feel inconsistent if they get thrown to a new page. So if you stay on Goodreads and you have your ad so that basically people see your ad and click over to another page on Goodreads, it's going to make it a lot cheaper for you to get clicks. And it's also going to make people convert higher by going through, reading more about your book, and then wanting to purchase. So we have the type of ad, and then you would put in your book ISBN, and that's the part of why you need a physical book. So let's go over to mine. I'll show you how to pull an ISBN number. And it's right, oh, here it is. Please miss it. You would just copy it and then paste it and then hit load, and then here it comes. Now you can have your description say anything. I learned from my boyfriend, who's epic at Facebook advertising, that it's really good to start with a question because it's the same kind of concepts here than on Facebook with the advertising. So it could be something like, do you like to meditate? If so, this book is perfect for you. Click through to learn more. So you can test lots of different ads, but basically starting with a question and then giving some kind of call to action. Click through to learn more. And then you can, this says goodreads.com, you can have it say anything you want, and you can also change the image. So the default is to just have a book cover picture, but you could test different things like pictures of women. Those usually click and work better than just book covers. Or you can try different things like funky pictures. You could try having red on the outside of the pictures, which is something else my boyfriend does that works really well. So you can play around. I'm just going to give you the basics now of how to advertise. Then you can, I click Enable Engagement Stat, which is going to basically tell you at the bottom however many reviews the book has. You can also do a preview so that people can go through and preview a little bit of your book if they want to make a decision on whether they should purchase. You can also click Create a Giveaway and create a giveaway on your book to get even more exposure. So then you would just go through and hit Save, and you can target all users, or I like to do specific users. So here is where you want to do a little bit of research. So let's say there is somebody else that's another author that's similar to you. So let's say Wayne. Well, okay. Let's say Wayne Dyer is one of mine. I'm going to do a Google search for Wayne Dyer, and I see that his website here is www.drwaynedyer.com, and I'm going to go on a site called quantcast.com because it's going to give me demographics about the type of people that like Wayne so that I can basically speak to that in my advertising and advertise to only those types of people. Okay, so we can see here that there's 90,050 people that go to his site, and I'm using Wayne Dyer as an example. There's probably people that are more specific to me, and I recommend you getting people that are very specific to you. But right now he has an almost even split, 97 to 103 male, female. Most of his demographics are between the ages of 25 and 64. They don't have kids. making 50 to 100K a year or 150K plus are the ones have usually gone to college or grad school, and Caucasian and other are the most. Okay, so I'm going to use that information when I go over here. Minimum age, we said 25 was the about when it started getting much bigger. So let's just start with the 25. Maximum age, you look here again, 65 plus, they're still really liking him, so I'm not going to do a maximum. Gender, both, we didn't see a clear split either way. Country, usually I will do United States. This is just because, again, it's the biggest market and I want to make sure we're getting English-speaking ones. We can then target specific genres. So your book is probably not going to be in all of these, so I'll unselect all of them and then I'll just pick the ones that it is in. So let's say meditation would fall into self-help and spirituality. Then you can even target authors. So basically people who say that they're interested in certain authors are going to be the ones that see your ads. So this way you're only getting the very most specific and relevant ones, so that the people who end up seeing your ads and clicking over on them are going to be the ones that are most likely to go over and purchase your book. So let's say Wayne Dyer again. We'll have add, and then we'll hit save. Now you can set a budget for as little as $1 a day, and then you can have your bid amount. I just usually go with the suggested bid, 50 cents. If you wanted to do, right now there's not a lot of people on the advertising. As more people do it, then you can add more, but I think 50 cents is fine to start. So let's say we're going to start with $1 a day, 50 cents. You can add, say, however much you want. It can be $1, it can be $5, let's say $10. You can have it auto-renew the campaign after 30 days, so that basically after your money runs out, they will charge you again. But I don't like to do that because who knows, what if you forget about it and you just keep getting billed. You can have the campaign start now, it can start later when you launch a book later on, and then your campaign can either end automatically when you run out of credit or on a specific date. And then you would just hit save and continue to billing. And then you'd put in your payment information, and they take a little bit of time to approve your ad. And then as soon as your ad's approved, then it'll go through and it'll start getting shown. So right now, because you can so hyper target the type of people that look at your ad, I mean people that are specifically interested in what you're selling, they're specifically interested in the authors that you're targeting, you can narrow down the demographics. I mean, it's such a cheap way to get in front of all these people that are just perfect candidates for your book. So Goodreads advertising, especially while it's so new and it's so easy to get traction, is definitely something that I would recommend getting started with.